So, you think that joining the military might not be for you, but let me tell you why it is. Yo, what's good YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your friendly neighborhood Phantom, and today I have a very special video for y'all. I'm actually going to be giving y'all the top 10 reasons why you should join the military. For starters, and I feel like this is probably one of the biggest ones, medical insurance, dental insurance, and car insurance. So in today's society, it's extremely expensive just to get a simple procedure done. Say you had a little surgery like mine, you just had to have some ligaments fixed. $12,000, $10,000. Say you broke your leg, $15,000. Say you needed, heart surgery, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're talking about money that a lot of families and a lot of people don't actually have. So being in the military, you get free medical insurance. So any and everything that happens to you while you are in the military is actually taken care of. And it also goes beyond when you're out the military, as long as you set everything up right. Now, another thing is of course dental insurance. Listen, I love my teeth. I love my teeth. But, to keep my teeth nice and white, I gotta get them cleaned, twice a year. Sometimes maybe even 3, depending on who it is. Some of us need braces, others of us need veneers or Invisaligns and things like that. And those things can be extremely expensive. And what's not better than, being able to get that for free? What's not better than having the ability to, hey, I can get up and I can go set an appointment for myself, get my teeth cleaned. If I need to get some braces, cavities, your wisdom teeth taken out, root canals. Listen, there's a lot of things that we need taken care of, especially with our mouths, in order to keep our hygiene and ourselves looking right and ourselves being confident, that it would make no sense that we don't take the opportunity to get it for free. And of course, the last thing in the insurance situation, at least, that I feel like is very important. And if you have a car, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's car insurance. These rates for car insurance, and y'all talk to me down below in the comments, because I know those of you that have cars with bad driving history, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know it. Car insurance is a mug, bro. Car insurance is a mug, y'all. And do you know who gets the cheapest rates for car insurance? Military members. USAA is, of course, partnered with the military, partnered with the government, and they actually provide, the best car insurance that there is with the cheapest rates. And of course, it's full coverage. So why would you not want that? Number two is stability. Have you ever just woken up and you're in a hotel, or you're sleeping in your car, or you don't know when your next meal is gonna be? Well, by you joining the military, you'll know exactly when your next meal is gonna be, and you know exactly where you're gonna lay your head at night. Now, of course, not everybody likes to be told what to do. Not everybody likes to just live in a dorm or live in a four walls, but hey, 4 walls is better than a couch. 4 walls is better than your car. And having stability will allow us to grow and will allow us to be, at peace. Sometimes I feel like, and especially in my own personal experience, I've slept on a couch for over 6 months with no walls, no nothing. And at any point in time, if somebody wanted to come downstairs or come into the living room, they could, and they could turn on the TV, and I'd have no privacy at all. I literally have to sit there and, whatever happens throughout the night happens. Simple as that. If people were cooking, then they were cooking. If they were throwing a party, then they were throwing a party. Not having your own bed and your own 4 walls to be in is extremely difficult to be successful and to grow as a person. But it's all good, because once you join the military, not only will you have your own home, or at least not only will you have your own room where you can, be at peace and, be able to block everybody out, but you'll also have 3 meals a day. And who doesn't like to eat? Come on now. Who doesn't like to eat? Everybody loves to eat. And so I feel like having this stability is very important. And not only stability with just having food and having somewhere to live, but which is the next point, number 3, money. Now, I'm never gonna tell you that you're gonna join the military to get rich. But what I will say is that there are a lot of opportunities for you to be able to take so that you can make a lot of money while you are in the military. Now, like I said, you're not paying for your food, you're not paying for your house of where you're living. So what does that mean? You get paid the 1st and the 15th, so you're able to save up a lot of money. And of course, there are a lot of military members, and y'all can go look them up on YouTube, that they will sit down and they will literally tell you they saved up a lot of money, and when they got out the military, they had so much money that they were able to do whatever they wanted to do. All right, y'all. Now we're on to number 4, which is education. Education is, of course, extremely important. Getting your degree is something that not a lot of families get to do, or not a lot of people get to do just in general. And honestly, me personally, I actually want to be one of the first people in my family to ever receive a master's degree. And I'll be doing that through the military. Now, while you're an active service member, you have something that's called a tuition assistance, which is basically $4,500 every semester for going towards credits. So as long as you don't exceed the $4,500, you basically can go to school for free. Now, once you get out of the military, you have something that's called the GI Bill. It's a program that helps veterans or their families pay for college, all for free. Now, this is of course applicable to not only just you, but of course your family members. And I believe it's only one family member per family, or at least per member. But of course, in order to pass it down to one of your family members, you have to at least be in for 10 years so that you can actually pass that down. Now, during your time in the military, as long as you're doing everything right, and you don't slack off, you can literally get your bachelor's while you're in there, do your 4 years. Then once you get out, use your GI Bill and get your master's, and then boom, you basically went to school for free. And for those of y'all that have student loans, y'all know how much it sucks. But that brings us on to number 5, loan opportunities. Okay, so there's something that's very particular and very specific to the military that I actually feel like is one of the best things that there is, because not only can you use this to purchase your first house, but you can also use this to purchase your first rental home, if you think about it and if you do everything right. Now, it's called the VA loan, or the Veteran Affairs, which basically helps veterans or current service members basically be able to buy a home with $0 down. You heard me, $0 down. Do you know how much you have to put down typically on a home? Say it's about $400,000 house. You typically have to put down at least 15 to 20%. Do the math. Exactly. And you can basically build up a brand new fresh home, refinance an old home, or purchase a home that's already been built, that's brand new, for $0. Now, of course, your mortgage, depending on how the mortgage goes, your mortgage might be a little high, I'm not too sure on all that. When I am in that position to explain that to y'all completely, I will, because I don't want to give anybody any false information. But I will say that, it is a good opportunity, and I feel like it's something that you should think about, because of course it's something that I've thought about a lot, because your boy wants to own a lot of homes. You feel me? I got a lot of big plans for myself, basically. But let's move on to number 6, which I feel like is something that we all need, and it's discipline. And who doesn't need discipline? Or most people can't even sit down long enough to be able to make a simple video, without sitting there and being on their phones or wanting to be on the laptop. Like, people literally just can't sit down. They can't. They need and they lack discipline. And everybody needs discipline, because the most successful people are the most disciplined people. It's a fact of life. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Barry Bonds, LeBron James. Denzel Washington, Donald Trump. If you're a Donald Trump fan, just saying. Discipline is something that we all need. And I feel like, especially as young people that we are, a lot of us, and that includes me, lacks the proper discipline. Now, of course, you can be like, and for instance, like everybody says, new year, new me. I'm gonna start working out. January 1st comes around, you hit the gym. That first week of January. Second week of January comes around. You back to eating ice creams and not working out. You'll never change, and you'll never be able to grow without the discipline, without knowing and having that, of course, in the military, you have like somebody that's over you for the most part, that's letting you know like, hey, look, you need to have this done, you need to have this done, you need to have this done. And that is extremely and very, very important to have. But once you're out the military, you'll still have that. I'll tell y'all, I have so many military friends and they are all super disciplined, like really disciplined, to the point where it's like, y'all, like whatever y'all say y'all gonna do, y'all do it at that specific time. Like say for instance, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat at 9:15. Literally 9:15 comes around and I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, y'all, discipline is of course something that we all need, and I feel like it's something that the military most definitely instills within you. So why not get the discipline while also getting paid, while also learning something new? You feel me? You get where I'm going? You get where I'm going. Number 7 is status. And when I say status, it's a little different, right? I don't necessarily mean of like being in like a super high hierarchy where you're making millions of dollars and people look at you like, you're Jesus or something. No, not at all. If you ever, and I really don't know how to explain this, but whenever I talk to people and I tell them that I'm joining the military, their whole demeanor changes. They look at me a certain way, and it's not a bad way. It's actually a very good way. Most people actually are like, thank you for your service. And it's like, dude, I'm not even in yet. I don't leave until January 21st as of this video. But I mean, when I am in, then thank you, or you're welcome at least. But it's something about being in the military that does so much good for you. For instance, trying to get a job. Have you ever noticed that whenever you go and whenever you sign up for a new job, they always ask, hey, are you a military member? Do you know what the reason for that is? It's because most people that are in the military, they're looked at in high regards. Like, oh yeah, they have the discipline. Oh yeah, they've done one of the hardest things that you can ever do in your life, which is literally give up 4 to 8 to maybe even 20 years of your life to serve the country. People really do enjoy that, and people really do respect that. People are very patriotic. So why not use that, and why not be able to get that status? But that's number 7. Number 7 is status, and that moves us on to number 8, which is connections. Your network is your net worth. Remember that. Simple as that. You're gonna meet a lot of people while you're in the military. A lot of people, like a lot of very powerful people. You might even meet the president. Who knows? But when you have these connections in your life, and when you're able to meet certain people who can do certain things that you can't do, it broadens your horizons to make money. And not only to just make money, but also to be able to do a lot more things in life. Have you ever noticed that certain people, just for instance, they can get in the club and they don't gotta pay? And it's because they have those connections to possibly the owner or the promoter of the club. What about people who get certain items soon, or sooner than everybody else, or people that get video games sooner than everybody else? It's because they have those connections. And not only do they have those connections, but they also have the status, which kind of go hand in hand, to be able to get certain perks in life. And who doesn't like perks? Just saying. So that that you should join the military. Now let's move on to number 9, which is traveling. Who doesn't like to travel? And I'm not just talking about, once a year, maybe twice a year if you're lucky. I'm talking about moving to a whole new country where you can learn the culture and you can learn a whole new way of living. Who doesn't want to do that? I sure do. And I think you might want to do it too. And the military will and most definitely can provide you with that opportunity through, just being stationed in maybe a different state if you don't want to go out the country, or being stationed in a whole different country if you want to go out the country. The choice is somewhat yours, And of course, not everybody gets to travel while they're in the military, unfortunately. But for the most part, from everybody that I've spoken to, they've been to Japan, Italy, London. Some people have been to Puerto Rico, Alaska, which is a part of the United States, but Alaska is a lot different from the US. South Korea, just a bunch of places that a lot of people just haven't visited in their life. And how many of your friends do you know that can say that they've lived in Japan or Italy or South Korea? How many of your friends do you know that can say that they've lived in a different state? Exactly. So why not take the opportunity to join the military so that you can go ahead and you can start traveling and you can broaden your horizons and you can see something different? Because there is so much life out here. There's so much life out here. And just staying so boxed up, you just won't be able to get to see it, And immerse yourself truly and fully, because you can go somewhere for a week. But when you live somewhere, you really get to know somewhere. And that's number 9, which is traveling. And now we're on to which I feel like is most definitely the most important. And that's just being able to grow, You can stay stuck in your box forever. You can stay in your hometown forever. You can essentially rot away. I hate to say that, but you can basically be here for the rest of your life, While I was going to school and in high school, most of my teachers, they literally went to the same high school that I was going to. They've been at the same school for 20 plus years, 40 plus years. They've never even experienced anything outside of here. And maybe that's why they weren't as successful as they possibly could be. And not to say that they're not successful, because they are most definitely very, very successful people in this society. They're teachers, They help mold the minds of the young people, of us. But in saying that, sometimes being stuck in your hometown or being trapped in this little box, you can't grow. You can't expand. You have to put yourself into uncomfortable situations in order for you to be able to be successful. And being in the military is probably one of the most uncomfortable situations that you could ever be in, regardless if you're a seasoned veteran or you're just joining. It's never an easy process. It's never an easy thing to do. That's why the numbers for recruitment are down. That's why it's a good opportunity to get in right now. Because hey, what's the worst that can happen? That you grow, that you get the discipline, that you get the VA loan, that you get medical benefits, that you're able to buy yourself a brand new car, that you have new experiences in life than just seeing downtown Lawrenceville or downtown Tequila or Loganville or Grayson or Buford. There's so much opportunities out here. There's so much life to see. There's so much more for you to be able to experience. And it's not where you live right now. It's out there in the world. Well, that's a wall. It's out there in the world, okay? Behind the garage. I feel like for me, joining the military is really gonna help me grow. Joining the military is really gonna give me the opportunity to become the man that I truly have seen myself becoming. Through the discipline, through it all, I don't wanna be trapped in this box that I've been trapped in for my whole entire life. Well, at least my adult life, you know. Lived in Jersey originally, now I'm in Georgia. But I just wanna, it's just an opportunity to grow, y'all. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like, and I'm not gonna say everybody should join the military, but I feel like if you're in the position where, you know, like you don't have the stability, where you don't have the discipline, you know, like the military is the best thing for you, you know, because the last thing that you want to do is become a crash out, you know. The last thing that you want to do is put yourself into a situation that you shouldn't be in, that you know that you shouldn't be in. The last thing that you want to do is not have the discipline or not have the stability to where you have to go and rob people or, you know, delete people, you know, so that you can take what they have instead of building something of your own. I feel like it's extremely important for us as young people, for us as old people, to set a good example for the next generation to come along. And one of the best ways of being able to set a great example is by joining the military. Now, I don't advocate for the military. I'm not actually in completely yet. I leave January 21st as of this video. And you might be seeing this video while I'm in there. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you so much. Let's make a positive influence in this world. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and I'm going Ghost.